Imagine. Oh, Dan. Okay, so we got the questions, and I believe we're ready to fire. I know you're born ready.
Yeah, let's fire away. Let's fire away.
Want us to Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are yet again with another session of Thriving in Education, and I'm here with the man himself, Dan Matsapola, the master wealth creator, the man who changed the world by changing himself. So, with Dan today, we want to extend on our talk last time where we spoke about the faculties of our mind. Remember, we spoke about how one should develop their faculties of our mind. But now the question is, with these faculties of our mind, where are we supposed to learn about them? And who is supposed to help us in the development of these faculties of our mind? Because in our previous session, Dan mentioned that education and wealth creation is about growing value from within. And we wanted to know, where are we supposed to know about this growing value from within, and how are we supposed to know that we have something within us that we should draw? So we are here with Dan to help us understand which parties, who is responsible for helping us to develop these these faculties of our mind. So Dan, over to you, sir. Please help us balance us.
It may be very important to state upfront that until I was 40 years old, I didn't know that I even had these faculties, which is testimony to the fact that our preparation has not been adequate to really help us understand ourselves. When you really deeply start to ask questions about who you are, your real identity, not the reflection that you see coming back in the mirror. When you ask the question, who am I? And if I am created in the image of God, how come Witumelo is created in the image of the same God, yet she looks different from me? No two people who are created in the image of one can look different. So the looks have nothing to do with it. When you start to understand that there is more to you than what appears to the eye, then you realize that you have been gifted with marvelous tools. You have been gifted with infinite potential, but that potential remains potential. What helped me to start on a journey was I had been studying the mind, and I was told that it's very powerful, and that by the time we go to our graves, we shall not have used more than 10% of it, the average person. So I really started searching. And you know, the English have repeatedly told us that when the student is ready, the teachers appear. So I attracted teachers. One of them is Mr. Bob Proctor, whose material just started becoming increasingly pressing. And I could see that each time I listened to his material, I get a mental shift, a perspective that says, dig deeper, young man, because, you know, he said things like, results always tell the truth. And I know from schooling days that I was producing results I didn't like. But no matter how much I tried to change them, I couldn't change them. And I didn't understand why. I also started asking the question, why are some people winning and others not winning? And then as I embraced this idea that I am a creator, I was created to do God's work, and God's work is creation. I'm here primarily for one purpose, to bear fruit, to multiply. And Everything I need to bear fruit is within me. Everything I need to multiply is within me. It's not out there. It's not in Cape Town. It's not in the space industry. It's not in my employer. It's not in my wife. It's not in other people. It's within me. Now I need a guide. You need a guide to help you discover that which is within you, that which the eyes don't see, the ears don't hear. It's invisible. The biggest part of us is invisible to the eye. So how do you access this part? Well, you have to understand that the eyes, the five senses, they are your lower mental tools. You use them largely to interact with your environment. You do have higher mental tools. These tools are the telescopes that are suited to exploring the world within, the universe that lives dormant within you. Multiplicity of orbits that are in trillions of cells that make you up. Intelligence that's built into our cellular aspect of ourselves. And you can, here's the thing, you have the power to summon this energy. It is energy. And you can't create it, you can't destroy it. It is there. You can summon it and channel it using the mental telescopes. You need a teacher. You need a guide. That's why teachers need to be masters of the creative process, because they must teach us how to create from scratch, how to create from ideas, how to create from mental pictures, how to create from a dream, a fantasy. So these faculties are taught. I was taught these faculties by Mr. Bob Proctor. I've never met the man. That is the beauty of living in the information age. I've never met the man. I've never been to Toronto. I've never attended a live training. But the beautiful thing is that some people download movies. Other people, watch soapies. I watch training on my mind. I study it like a scientist. Coincidentally, I am a scientist. And when scientists study something, we study it in detail. We look at it from this angle, and then we turn and look at it from another angle, and then oh my goodness, we write notes. If you see the notes in my house, or one of the most important things that I have that is an unfair advantage with Tumelo is I have time. You say, but we all have time. Say, no. I have time. I have time for what is important to me. So this is my philosophy. God put me here as an ambassador of the kingdom, whose boundaries known, whose territory knows no limits. I am myself the king. What I am here to deliver to the world, no one else can deliver. So if I derelict my duty, if I neglect my assignment, it will remain neglected. But my gift has been locked up within me, and drawing it out of me is a worthy activity. If I have money, I will spend all of it towards understanding this assignment. If I have energy, I will spend all of it. There's a man who said, God's gift to us is more talent and ability than we'll ever hope to use. Our gift to God is to develop as much of this talent and ability as we can in our lifetime. So this is what you get when you dedicate your life to the discovery of the genius that lies dormant within you.
Yes, Dan, fire us. So then you spoke of a teacher and what a teacher should be. But now the question is, I also like the fact that you mentioned that you have a teacher that you never met. And now that sparked something within me to think, wait, we live in the digital world, which means somebody can meet somebody from nowhere, somewhere in the world, and then they do marvelous things like Come on, look at us. We're doing this thriving in education, but we never met.
Yes, yes. That's the beauty.
You know, I wanted to highlight on that. So now the question is, how is one supposed to know or identify their teacher? And you mentioned the quest to learn, want to learn, so that your teachers will meet you on your way. Teachers will come. Now the question is, how are you able to see that actually this is the teacher that is coming to me? How will you see your teacher? How will you spot your teacher when your teacher comes to you? And talking of teachers, we have this understanding of teachers to say, like we meet teachers in school, right? That's the traditional way of meeting teachers. So I want you to actually expand on this and explain what is a teacher and how does a teacher look like, so that people know that what to look out for, not to say that because I'm interested in science, so then I must meet a professor from a university. You know, I want you to just clarify that point to say that a teacher can be anyone from nowhere, not even doing science because you want to do science.
One thing you must know is that the Creator, in her infinite wisdom, has surrounded us with an infinity, an abundance of teachers. We have them all around us, some masquerading as problematic people in our lives, some masquerading as a very difficult relationship at the romantic level. You see, uh, we are beings that must constantly learn. The greatest teacher who has ever lived said, ask and you shall receive, and knock and it shall be opened unto you. Seek and you will find. When you start seeking, you seek based on some stimuli, something that stimulated you. When I lost my parents, I started searching. No mama, no daddy anymore. So I'm looking for something. But what I'm looking for is nothing compared to the questions that I've asked before that textbooks were helping me to answer. I was looking for something deeper. And I am at exclusive books, just going around and picking, walking around looking for books, lots of books screaming, pick me, pick me, pick me. And there is Dr. Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, in which I learned some very, very, very powerful lessons that have, to this day, they continue to shape my thinking. He said, we are not just physical beings with occasional spiritual experiences. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience. And then Covey got me thinking, effectiveness, that, and then I started, as I read, I started to come across other teachers. You see, one teacher leads you to another. I think that we are guided. To be honest with you, I would like to claim that I am a genius and it's all my wisdom. The truth of the matter is, because we have been created, we were not left alone to fend for ourselves. We are guided. There is a spirit within you that says, what urges me to want more? I look at a nice car and I want it. But I also know that I don't have the financial means to be able to acquire it. So that want, I was told, and I started studying books like The Science of Getting Rich. It is the spirit within me seeking to find expression through me. I am the channel, remember that. I am a channel, I'm differentiated spirit, energy. I'm unique. So the teachers surround us. Some are with us. There's a saying that some people are with you for a reason. Some people are with you for a season. Some people are with you for a lifetime. If you can discern and know what every person who's in your life is there for, some are meant to pick you up when you are down. Some are there to stimulate you to think differently. Some are there to say, you remember when we were kids, and just that memory alone gets you into a state of vibration that makes you want to reconnect with your childhood self. So we get teachers on demand, on time. Even if you follow, I mean, my favorite biblical story is the story of Joseph. At times, that's why I say some masquerade as problems. When Joseph's brothers decided to sell him into slavery in Egypt, and it was a problem for Joseph at that time. Of course, he didn't know that this was preparation for greatness that was to come. And quite often, this is it. We tend to look, oh, why did I have to lose my parents so early? They never saw my children. I wish they would see me succeeding today. But I needed to find many, many connections myself so that I would be in the space, the receptive space to listen. Because when they were around, I probably would have just ignored Stephen Covey, Robert Kiyosaki, Hannes Dreyer. So yeah, problems are good for us.
So that's actually good then. Just to highlight on what you were saying, say that when we meet problems, let's not look at the negative side of the problem and say this problem has been problematic to me right now. So let's look at the positive things, the lessons behind the problem. What is it that we are being pushed to learn from this problem? So then I was actually very informative of you. So actually you did highlight on this. Maybe you did touch on this. Maybe you'd like to just highlight on it to say what is our responsibility as individuals, because we know teachers are here to enlighten us, to help us to coach us and hold us by our hands when we are walking through this journey of life. So what is our responsibility as individuals in our personal development? What is it that we should do? And if we don't do that, what might actually happen to us? Maybe highlight on that.
Well, you can take it to the river. A great teacher will take you to the river, but you must drink. You must be the one. When I'm mentoring and when I was being mentored, my mentor made it very clear that the biggest part of the work is going to be done by you. That's why at the end, when you thank your mentor for the support, for the leadership, for giving you the systems that would guide you, they actually revert back and say, remember, that was you. You are the one who did all of it. I was just there to guide, to nudge you, and to encourage you. So you must want it. You must take the responsibility and do the work that is needed, because transforming yourself, it's a big job. You are dealing with a part of you that is invisible. No one has ever seen the mind. So its programming manifests in your actions, manifests in your predominant thought patterns that keep you producing results that you don't want, but you don't know how to change. A mentor, a true mentor, is a person who produces the kind of results that you want, but you are not getting. And it's amazing how many people want to be mentored, but they want to be mentored and coached their way. A coach says to you, do 10 push-ups every morning. 10 push-ups every morning. Like, yeah, what if I did 3? I don't feel like doing 10. You see, then it's like now you want to mentor the teacher. You have a responsibility to bring yourself to this thing. You must want it badly enough that the teacher's job becomes just to guide. And for many people, they capitulate. They actually pull back because, you see, you are entering a very uncomfortable state of vibration. On Facebook, I wrote that, you see, you are in an programmed with X-type programming. Now you are entertaining Y-type programming. And for a while, you're going to have feelings that are neither X-type nor Y-type. So Y-type is exciting, is the new journey, is the new destination you want to drive towards. X-type is the old familiar rat that you are used to. The rat race, maybe, for many people. And doing what you hate but get paid to do. So you will do it because you want to get paid. And you are miserable and you are attracting everything negative because what you are doing, you hate with a passion. You may even be hating your boss, but you have to do it because you want the money, you know? So being in an XY vibration, XY is unfamiliar. It is not comfortable. It's like after you ran 21 kilometers for the first time and you're not used to it. And you're like, the whole body is painful, it's aching. You know, the best thing you can do immediately thereafter is to run another one. But the logical thing to do is to say, I am resting. When you rest, you're prolonging that pain and you are not internalizing it. And the terror barrier sooner stops you from even trying again. You're like, I don't know what I was drinking that led me to do this. I will never.
Yes, Dan, you actually eating the this thriving in education thing. I'm starting not to like it. It's hitting the spot that I don't want. I don't want you to touch. Thank you so much, Dan, for this session. It was very informative and very inspirational. I hope people are listening and they will start putting in the effort. It's all about the effort. You put the effort and then the teachers meet you on your way. So,
yes.
And please don't look very far for your teachers. Teachers are around you. Teach us about anything. So let's do that. Let's be aware of our environment and, put in the work. Thank you so much, Dan. Bye.
Till next time. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Okay.